Welcome to Lexington, Kentucky, the Bluegrass State and home to the Kentucky Wildcats. And Big Blue Nation has turned out, revved up, and ready to go. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Georgia Bulldogs taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Georgia offense will take over. 1st and 10.
This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's loose on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets him 30+.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on 4th down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back now.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's got it on the left. And he breaks into the open. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough to get run by, makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Bringing it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. another look at this Bulldog offense. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Paul, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Hard running there. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Coming after it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Maddox. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you. You just take your eye off the football, lose.
Going for it all. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolute shame. Missed it. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
Kentucky 10, Georgia 0.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's reeled in, it's Tuggle. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. And the Dogs want to move quickly.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Makes his connection. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He makes a catch. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Kentucky 10, Georgia 0.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Georgia.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. He'll try to do it himself. And the ball's on the ground. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble.
When you start to get that offense going and start having success, you got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, I take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go, you on the sideline, you in the game.
Trying to run, it's Frazier. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Looking to throw. Into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver shows motion. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. On the ground. Snowed under by the defense.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The offense trying to find a way on 4th and goal from the 2. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Oregon. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The give on the counter. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's why you had a big play.
Looking for a huge play. Holds it in on the left. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Kentucky. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
may have a situation here. You might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that, that quickly tune up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quickly complete. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the first down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
It's good, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And before they can kick it, the receiving team is going to call a timeout. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. Has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kentucky! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Georgia going up tempo. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's looking to throw it. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just
Picked off.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass. Perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Makes the catch. It's Washington. At the 45 on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground.
Open runway ahead. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. That big play really has them in business. It's 1st and 10 from the 11. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Wants to pass. Fires left. Makes the grab. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Is there a more sinking feeling in sports than the celebration and then you turn around and see the flag and the touchdown taken off the board and the penalty brings them back? Buys a little extra time. To the end zone and it's picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
On second down, wants to throw. He fires it out to the right. And the pass is intercepted.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Off-play action on first down. Oh, he wants it all. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Out of the shotgun on third down. He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. From the gun. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. 5 wide receivers on second and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receivers for the defense. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the move from inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Bulldogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. Offense set on first down.
Here we go.
Wide out in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the field.
Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming.
Wide receivers, running backs, you see them. They're interchangeable now. You see each playing different positions and handing the ball to wide receivers like you get here. You know, wide receivers are getting the ball more and more in space, but you're also trying to hand them the football so they can make some plays, get more touches, especially those good guys. Not a great game, but definitely a good job of getting the wide receiver involved in the running game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through it?
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And how about that play? Even with the short return, they're in the red zone. They've got it at the 17. The offense starts with a short field.
Lasso. Go.
They'll try the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field of game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
The give to the back. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Alex Smith, and they are right back in this. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Oregon. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
325.
He's going to pass. Release to the back. Working that left side now. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And that's when quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll keep it himself. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Hey, man, 4th and 1 at any part of the field is risky to go for, especially when you're in your own end of the field. But they did. It was a good play call. I like them being aggressive, especially after getting that first down.
The Dogs with the 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end and wings it incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
On third down, going up top. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Quick timeout called by the offense after the play.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
Kentucky Wildcats will take over 1st and 10.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Using his legs, it's strong. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Off play action. Quarterback moving. Slings it downfield. Got his man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. Quick toss. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the stomping has commenced. On to attempt to try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's White. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. He wants to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Giving him his pads. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Ready up.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Kentucky 48, Georgia 6.
Ready.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Come on, set.
He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Got it.
And the Bulldogs have their offense in high gear.
Here we go.
Barrels ahead. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The receiver on the jet sweep. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This offense has gone haywire on these last 2 plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on 3rd and goal? They'll leave it with the lone back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Some misdirection with the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
At the 15-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Quarterback keeps it. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
The give to the tailback. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Oh, it's a reverse. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. One more play to pad the stats. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. He's at, And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least